800-566-2475. That's 800-566-2475.
This is Joe Lyons. The Mark Christopher Auto Center family now sends you this radio Christmas card on KCAA.
On Christmas Day in 1863, as America was in the midst of the Civil War, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote a poem that a decade later would be set to music and eventually become one of the most enduring Christmas carols. I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, and as we celebrate Christmas 2017, we wish you a happy one.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, especially when you can save on a brand new car at the giant Mark Christopher Auto Center during the year-end clearance sale. And if that doesn't get you in the holiday spirit, nothing will. So hurry on down to the final markdown of the year going on right now at the giant Mark Christopher Auto Center, right on the 10 freeway in Ontario, or go online to markchristopher.com. Merry Christmas from Mark Christopher, California's #1 volume GM dealer, family owned and doing things right since 1975.
Kcaa.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
To the show, everybody. And Violet, my sidekick, my best buddy from Farmers Insurance, is with us today.
Hello,
and
everyone.
hello, you have to speak up, my dad.
Is that better?
There you go.
Ah, okay.
There you go.
I had to find my voice.
Yes, I gotta find it because
the wind
I
kinda
lost
took it before I
it.
walked in.
And the wind blew it away. Hey, we could start a new song, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then we are going to be talking to the one and only Jesse J from Jesse J Collections. He's going to be calling in a little bit, and we're going to be talking about what's new down in his neck of the woods, the last minute shopping for this and that and everything else. So it's going to be a very, very fun show. And now let's say hello to Brandon, our board up. Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
We're doing good. We're doing good. And I see the wind didn't take any of us away yet, so that's lovely.
Not yet. The day's still young.
Isn't that the truth? And coming down the hill, I don't know, because you come down the other side when I go this way and you go that way, right? I don't know about you, but boy, when I got up on that 10 and I was coming, that wind, you could just feel it pushing the cars. And so I got in the lane way over there, the right lane. And I says, well, if somebody knocks me over, I'll be out of the way of the cars coming. And if I get rolled over, then I could crawl out of the car and find the nearest Starbucks and wait for the paramedics and everybody else to show up. I thought that made sense to me, right?
Everything works out.
There you go. Just as long as we have Starbucks involved, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and talking about Starbucks, guys, when I was in there today and I was getting our drinks on the way down, if anybody wants some unique coffees, all the different flavors, Christmas flavors, they got the new teas that they got the gift cards, like for your Christmas stockings or, whatever you want to do. And so that would be one of the coolest gifts that you could get somebody.
They also have them in like packs of like 6, so that way if you're in a rush and you kind of have a bunch of people you're going to go shopping for, you just go to the little thing and grab a bunch and pay them off.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Instead of grabbing individuals.
So I'm going to put you on the spot just a little bit, Bev.
Okay.
What's your favorite holiday drink from Starbucks?
My favorite holiday drink that's every day of the year.
Okay.
I love their Pike coffee with a little bit of milk.
Their standard coffee. All right.
Yes.
Do you have one?
Yeah, for the season it has to be the mocha. The peppermint
The
mocha.
peppermint mocha? That's my dad's favorite too.
Well, what's your favorite?
Your dad has good tastes.
My favorite is the caramel brulee latte.
Ooh, that one's good
Ooh, such a fancy name.
Now, I only have it once to twice because of the calorie intake.
Right.
But I must have a peppermint mocha and the caramel brulee too.
I add an extra shot of espresso to mine because otherwise it's just a little too sweet. And who couldn't deal with an extra shot of espresso in the morning?
That's true.
If you like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I just learned something new this couple of seconds. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. Now I know. I'll put it in my memory bank.
They're very, very good. A lot of their flavors and a lot of the different things they offer.
Yes, yes. And while we're talking about hot coffee and tea and stuff, I want to mention this right now before we go on, because if I happen to forget it and I'm on the freeway going home, I'm going to say son of a gun. And I hate saying son of a gun. Okay, guys, now since we're almost up to the big day, where the big guy shows up and all that good stuff, I just wanted to remind you, if you want to take the family, the little ones, the older ones, or you and somebody else, or
Medium
you and a
ones
bunch
count
of
too.
girlfriends, or, whatever you'd like to do, this is a must. Every single year. It's mandatory that everybody does this, all right? You have to take a ride down to Riverside and go down to the Mission Inn, historical downtown.
I still have to.
I do too. I still got to do. I was going to do it last week, and with this flu and everything, I said forget about it. You know what I mean? And so they have all the fabulous lights and the music, and they have different vendors out there and what have you. So it's just a lovely thing to do, is to go down there and make sure that the little ones are bundled up and they got their blankie if they need it, or whatever, and just have a really good fun. And you don't know if the big guy's going to be around or not.
There we go.
There you go. Right? So good. I got that out. And guess where I'm going?
To go see the Festival of Lights.
You got it. You got it. Yes, that's where
Now, when are
I'm
you going to
going.
go? Are you going to go Friday? Or are you going to go Saturday? Or
It's going to sound absolutely bloody bunkers because it's on until New Year's. I think I'm going to wait until after Christmas. It'll be a little calmer, and we don't have to worry about the in-laws and the outlaws and, all of that jazz. And just go and veg out and go, and have a good time.
that sounds good.
Why, you want to come?
I do, but I think I'm going to go before Christmas.
Well, when are you going to go?
Probably today or tomorrow.
Let's revamp this idea then.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. If you want to go tomorrow, yeah. Okay, and I'll get hold of Carmen because she wanted to go.
Well, there we go. See, now we
Right?
have dates.
Yes. And then if Brandon wants to pop, then you can pop.
You know what? I'm thinking about going tonight because I did my 1 yearly bleep and blunder this morning. I usually cook my dinner before I go to work. I did, but I left it out, which is the same as not cooking it, except worse because you have to throw it away.
Yes.
Oh, well, then
So
your kitchen's
I
gonna
have to
smell
go
fun.
out tonight anyways.
So there you go.
It works out great.
So I might just go there because I have to go out anyways.
Yeah.
There you go.
Have to deal with traffic anyways. Might as well make it worth my time.
There you go. Smart thinking.
Very smart.
Don't you love when you're around intelligent people and they can figure this all out quite easily?
It works out great.
Yes. And talking about that, now, Miss Violet,
Yes, ma'am.
while we are waiting for Jesse to ring-a-ding-ding us, now, are you all set for Christmas? I love the silence.
I decided this year that I was going to make presents for people in my family
Uh-huh.
instead of just buying them presents. So I've been going a little artistic.
Oh, that's
and
fabulous.
I've been painting on canvas and on wood, a couple of different things for some family members, and I've finished up almost everything, but I still need to finalize it and do the final seal on everything.
Oh, that is so cool.
Thank you.
She's so talented. Well, the ones that I was thinking for, because this family is humongous.
Yeah.
It's impossible to try to buy for, every person. So Brandon and I were talking about it, and I figured it's going to sound really weird, okay? It really is, but it's going to work. some of my shopping is already done.
Okay.
All right, because I started way, way back when I kept on telling everybody, right?
Yep.
But there's a couple of little duty dads that have to be, finalized.
Yeah.
And I figured, you know what would be really fun?
What?
To wait
Until?
after Christmas.
And then?
And then have everybody over for Sunday dinner and go, surprise! and then I'll have them all done and exactly wrapped and this and that. And there you go. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And we're going to be having family members over for Christmas dinner. Of course, we're going to do the ham and all that jazz. And so I said, yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Be different.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
And then the ones that had to go into the post, they're already gone.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they're going to get there on time then.
Oh, I hope so. If they don't, oh well.
They were mailed on time?
Yeah. When they get it, and they'll be twice as happy.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, and just as long as you get it there before Easter, who cares? Right?
Definitely needs to get there before Easter.
Yes, and talking about these last-minute tips for shopping, because we were talking about this. Violet, you were talking about some of your favorite shops to shop in. Would you like to tell everybody what your favorite shops to shop in, and why do you like to shop in them shops?
Sure.
Okay.
Now let's see. Of course, there is. I like going to Macy's because sometimes they have pretty good specials going on, especially during the holiday season. Ross Dress for Less is really good also. Not just because of the sales and stuff like that, but during this time they get a lot more volume and a lot more lower prices on a lot of the stuff, even though they don't have sales per se.
And they do have very, very good quality in that store.
They do. That's actually, I like getting my paints sometimes from there. The acrylics and stuff that I use for my art. I like getting it there. Another place too is Michael's. Whenever I'm making anything from my family, I like going there because right now they're starting to get all the little sales and all the clearance and stuff like that, and you can always find cute things from there.
And that when you walk into there, do you feel like a little kid in a candy shop?
I do.
Yeah, and you have your buggy and you keep on loading and loading and loading.
You know, I had to stop myself one time because I looked at it and I go, do I really need all this stuff? And then when I got down to it, I ended up with just like 5 items out of the whole cart because I only needed those 5 items. I was just buying the rest because they were cute.
Yeah, and every once in a while when you do have sales like that, especially after the holiday sales and so on and so on, and if you find that unique item or that kind of cute item, that could go for any like birthday or just because or anniversary or whatever, and the price is good, that's when you buy it and you stash it. You know, instead of waiting 2 days before whatever it is and you're running around going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like to buy and stash. I must have been a chipmunk in my old life, and I get all the nuts and
Put
stuff.
all the nuts away.
Yeah, and stuff them in all different places, which is fun.
You know, another one that I find kind of fun to do is Avon. They always have kind of cool little knickknacks through Avon and Mary Kay. I personally have people that I deal with that I know that I could just go to their home and they have things there. Or I can call them up and ask them, hey, is this available? And they can either ship it, meet me, or give it to me right away. So if you have a person, then it's great. But if not, you're going to have to wait.
Yep, there you go. You have to wait. And the other store that I have been keeping an eyeball on, right? It's one of my favorite stores from centuries ago, is Burlington.
Ooh, that one's good too.
And the other day when I was leaving the station, I go, yeah, I'm so close. Just let's pop in.
Yeah.
So I went in on a snoop attack. I went, holy Toledo. Are they knocking them things out of the ballpark?
Really?
Oh, yes, yes. And I'm going, all right. And so I found out that their after Christmas sale, right, is going to go until after New Year's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're extending a lot of these sales. So if you see it and for some reason you can't get it at that time or you're not quite sure, wait a couple of days and then pop in and pick it up. And the other thing I love about the after holiday sales, if you want new decorations for the upcoming year, buy them now. right? Because they may not be there next year, and you're going to say, "Oh, I wish I got this or that, the other thing." If you possibly can, pick them up now, stash them wherever you stash them, and you're all done.
Very true.
And then my old stuff that I do not want longer anymore, I do not throw them in the trash bin.
What do?
I bring them down to Goodwill.
There you go. That's nice.
Yeah, I always recycle it back to the Goodwill, or there's somebody that I know and they really, really like the thing. I'll say, hey, take it. You know?
Oh, yeah. That's actually a very good idea.
Yeah.
I know we actually did some donating this season, too. Remember I told you we had the Suits for Soldier drive going on at my office?
Yes. How
We
did that
got
go?
Really, really well, actually. We had a really good response from the community. We had quite a few suits. It filled up quite a few boxes, and there was all kinds of clothing donated for men and for women, and it was already picked up.
Yay! That's fabulous
Our
news.
soldiers get
Absolutely You know, it feels so good when you can do something like that just because.
Yeah, it does.
You know, you're not looking for a thank you or a thank you card or any of that jazz. You're just doing it because you want to.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be terrific if more people did that?
The world would be a little bit of a better place.
Wouldn't it, though? Yeah, I think it would. You know, in talking about a better place, right? I got something else for you.
What?
Now, up in my neck of the woods, we have the Big Five Sporting Goods.
Ooh.
And they are open for business, and we are so happy. Wait till you see this. It's absolutely incredible. And boy, do they got the sales going on. So if you are an outdoor person and you like to ski or go sledding or whatever activity,
Camping, fishing.
yeah, the camping, the fishing, all the good stuff, pop into the Big Five Sporting Goods. You're going to be as happy as a pig in mud. And I heard them pigs really love the mud.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little bit. And so pop into them and pick it up. And they got the jackets, they got the sweaters, they got the boots. They, you know, you name it, they got it. They even got basketballs, which, you know, is one of my favorite things to do. Tennis rackets, you know, whatever you all need for the outdoorsy or in the indoorsy, you know, pop in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was looking at these boots. Aren't they the cutest little things?
Ooh, Bear Paw actually makes pretty warm boots.
Yeah, I love them. It's the kind you slip in, and the black, the gray, or the cream color. And they were $70. They're down to $30. Hello.
Now, mind you, the sales and the specials change and stuff like that. So
Yes.
hopefully
No,
those
I
don't-
checked about these.
Oh, cool.
I've been keeping my eyeball on these.
Oh, so
Yes.
that's what your Christmas present's going to be for yourself.
I think so. I'm just trying to decide
Keep
on the
your
color.
toes warm.
Yeah. And then also, you know, they got the sneakers, and then they got them domey things. You see these little domey things?
Yeah, those are... yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They got those.
The drones.
Yeah. The domey things. I disagree on these things. I really do, but that's my own opinion.
What don't you like about them?
They could do too much damage to people and this and that. And, you know, I don't know.
I think it's a thing of use and learning how to use it. It's kind of like if you buy a toy for a kid but never teach the child how to use it, they're going to make a mess, they're going to break, and they're going to do whatever they can to try to get it to work, and then eventually it won't work. And they'll end up damaging something. But if it's properly used and properly taught, then it's like everything else. You'll be fine.
Well, they could try it if they're taught correctly.
Exactly.
You know, that's the big thing.
It's all about guidance.
That's it. And then the Big Five Sporting Goods is up on Yucaipa Boulevard, my new neck of the woods. And, yeah, pop in there, and I think you're going to be very happy with what you find. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jess is Jesse on the line yet?
No, I tried calling him, got the voicemail. I'm going to try again right now.
Okay, he still may be on site, on set.
Yeah.
Because they're finishing up the new commercial. So we'll just keep on trying and see if we can get them, huh? Thank you. Oh, and the other thing, too, now you like antiques, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, have you ever went down to the Red Rooster?
I have not.
Oh, you got to go, you got to go, you got to go. It's mandatory that you go. Yes. And they're on 100 West Sierra Avenue in Redlands. Phone number 909-708-9527. It is like a candy shop for adults that
Really?
love antiques.
West Stewart Avenue. Got it.
Yes, and they're really really cool, and we got some things from them already.
Yep.
They went. Remember when we did the event for the
Yeah,
East
they
Valley?
donated a very nice table. It went really well for that table, too,
Yeah,
actually.
and they're the whole gang down there is just absolutely fabulous. So pop in there, and I think you're going to be very happy.
I think
And
so.
then also, if you need, is it there? Well, hey, Jesse, welcome aboard, my dear.
Hey there, how's it going? How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good, just out running around doing multiple, too many things at once.
Oh, you sound like us.
Yeah.
Yes, and Violet is with us today.
Hey, Jesse.
Hi there.
Hello.
I don't think he heard you.
Hey, Jesse.
There you
Hey there,
go.
how are you?
Pretty good, hon. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, Jesse, we're going to yak with you a little bit. Now, what are your tips for last-minute shopping?
I'm one of those last-minute shoppers, so I could actually really relate to that. So, basically, like, what I do is, since I'm known to be a last-minute shopper, is, I already know what I'm going for who. I have my list. I have, just conversations I had with family members are knowing them, of what they want and stuff. And so I kind of round it up where I know I go to one place and I know I can get everything, whether it's a department store or whether it's a toy store, whatever it might be. I just make sure where I'm going, it's needed, and I can get more than one gift there. You know what I mean? For time's sake, some family members love gift cards, so that's I can get on the way to see them. So yeah, it just kind of depends.
Now, that's a cool idea, gift cards.
Yeah, gift
Yeah.
cards are
Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about not getting the right size or the right color or the right name or whatever.
Exactly, yeah. That usually works a lot, especially because a lot of my nieces and nephews, and they're older now, they're teenagers now, so none of them really, want toys and stuff, so.
And they get pickier and pickier the older they get.
Oh, yes.
What happened?
I said they get pickier and pickier the older they get.
Exactly. It's a whole other level. It's not like, it's not what you want to get them anymore. It's all about what do they want.
Right, and then you
And now they
say
these
one
designer stuff, and I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, and you know what else gets to me? Even when my two children were growing, we go through this, and you ask them, give us a hint. On a Monday, they will tell you something. That's the only thing they want. Tuesday morning, forget about it. It's something new.
Yeah, they can't. Some of them have their mind set up, and some have no mind set up.
Yes. And so gift cards are very nice. And if you have to, now this may sound a little mean, but it's really not to be. But if you have that certain relative and you feel like you want to buy them something just because, but you really don't know, that's another good thing for them gift cards to come in. Because then they can't complain.
Yeah.
They got it, right?
And they even have Visa cards. That way they can't say, well, it was limited to this store.
Yeah, there you go.
They can grab it from anywhere.
And also talking about last minute things. Now, what's new in your neck of the woods? You're going to tell all of us about some of the new things that are happening with you and then with Basic Magazine and so on and so on. So tell us, because I can't wait until Saturday. I want to hear some gossip.
You are funny. So everything's doing actually very, very well. The magazine, we're working on all the next issue of things because, magazines come out 4 times a year. So we're working on the next issue. So we were just in Miami, and we did a photo shoot at the Versace Mansion, which was really cool. It went really cool, so that may be the cover and stuff. And it's a magazine that I started with, maybe a couple years ago, and it's grown so much, and now it's, internationally. It's all the Barnes & Nobles. And so it's really cool, and we just had a party in Shanghai. We were in China and stuff, so that was really cool for the magazine. And so I've been traveling a lot with them, and then in L.A., I'm working on a movie right now, so that's been having me, it's no day off for a while, but it's all worth it and stuff, and just planning all the good new stuff that's coming out this next year, so we're shooting, of course, we shoot way ahead, movies, TV, all that stuff. It's always shot ahead of time, so that's what everybody's doing in this neck of the woods, and so, yeah, it's cool, though, but, of course, yeah, and I'll fill you in more, on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, he's coming down to our neck of the woods. I feel so honored,
Funny.
that it's going to happen. And the other thing, too, talking about the magazine, when you see Victoria, tell her I said hello, okay?
Yeah, I'll definitely tell her you said hello. I'm sure you'll see her sooner than later. I know we'll be having an event for the lunch. We're going to have a really nice dinner party in the end of January. So, so I'll definitely let you know about that. And, yeah, you definitely should talk to her and stuff. I put you guys in contact. So.
Very good. And I got the best suits ready to go for that event.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you want me to tell you, or you want to be surprised?
Tell me one and then surprise me with the other.
Okay. It's a new black suit with the pants. I got the heels, blah, blah, blah. It's all set up, ready to rock and roll. And I just may bring the hat, too, just because. I don't know if I'm going to wear it, but at least I'll have it.
Exactly. Some good detail.
Yes.
That's nice. It's always clean. I love black. I always wear everything black. I try to wear a color sometimes, but I'll play more nudes and white. So, it just kind of depends. But black is always so classic because you can look at it a couple years from now and still look, so chic and just expensive looking. It's cool.
Yeah, and it never goes out of style.
Never.
Yes.
It's technically not a color, but it's a color for me.
It is for me. Yeah, they say black and white's not a color. Then I go, well, why do we have black and white? Yeah, think about it.
I love it.
Yes. And then also, I wanted to ask you, now with the new shoot coming out and the movie coming out and all of that good stuff, what are you going to be doing for, I know you're going to be down here with Mom and Dad and stuff for the weekend, but what are your plans after that for the new year? Because everybody makes resolutions, which I think is a silly thing to do. But
I would say, that's funny because I've gotten asked that question so much recently. It's what are your New Year's resolutions? Mine aren't really New Year's resolution. It's more just to kind of keep doing what I'm doing, but just grow and enhance everything and take my businesses to a whole nother level. And my health, my body, my everything. Just take care of myself and just be more aware and conscious of, my lifestyle and how I'm living, eating, being nice to people, all that good stuff. Do my good part. So I would say not necessarily resolution. It's more just enhancing already what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And growing and,
Very nice.
Well, that's a good answer because, as everybody knows, well, a nice group of people know, right? Not everybody that will help in. And if we stay on the time frame that we're on, it will be the middle of January. That all the new things that we're doing here for the program and this and that, we're launching and we're getting everything revamped and redone and so on. And it is so exciting to do this. I'm like that little kid in the candy shop, and I can have all the candy I want and just dump it in the bag. And I'm going, oh, yeah. So that's a whole lot of fun. And, yes, Jesse is involved in this, and you are involved, as you know. And Brandon is involved. He doesn't know yet, but he is involved.
He just got multiple.
Yeah, so that's a whole lot of fun. And Jesse,
it wouldn't be a show without Brandon, so we definitely need Brandon on board.
Yes, definitely. And then the other thing that I wanted to ask you, why we got you on the phone, usually we're asking you all the questions. And I just thought about this, and I said, why not? We can do this. Is there questions you want to ask us?
Oh.
Don't you love when I put people on the spot?
I do love it. Yeah, what do you do? What is your part in the world that you're doing to cause, to promote good and to show people, to be good to others and give back and help others? What is your part in the world?
What I do, and I'm going to shorten this up because, I'm Sicilian. We love to talk, so I'll kind of shorten it up a little bit. I treat everybody the same. Regardless how rich, how poor, I don't care. I don't look at the value things that one has. I don't brag about the things that one has, right? Because to me, that's like you trying to be something that you're not. And I don't go for phonies. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if somebody is in trouble, they call and ask Violet, ask Brandon. These people knew me forever. When they say something, I said, what do you need? First thing out of my mouth, what do you need? And then we help them work on that situation. Sometimes they just need a giggle. Sometimes they just want somebody just to listen without interrupting. And believe it or not, I think I'm pretty good at this. And so, I help them do that, right? And,
love it.
When and I'm the type of person, Jess, we've been shopping how many times together, and Violet, you and I, you're walking into a store, you see somebody that looks a little sad, smile, say hello, giggle with them a little bit, make people happy. Yeah, when the butcher messes up on a cut of meat, I say, well, hey, that's something different, let's try it. I don't say, oh, you messed it up, and just be yourself. I think that's what everybody needs to do. Be yourself. Don't be self-centered, and think of the other person, whatever the circumstances is. I think that's as short as I could say it.
And I love it. That was great. That was a good one.
Thank you. And Brandon, what do you do?
I stay honest, which is really hard and alienates a lot of people, but it's worth it. Mm-hmm. And I think that it genuinely helps a lot of the people that I meet.
Bravo.
So it's not always easy, but I stay honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
You have to be.
You have to.
And you know when that really helps? When somebody asks you, how do I look? And you're going, oh, lordy, lordy, lord.
For me, it's the hardest when someone is trying to do something that will hurt them, and they're excited about it, and you have to give them that news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Show them the future before it happens.
Yeah, because it's something that they're happy about, and you don't want to see bad things happen to the people that are around you. So that's usually when it's the hardest.
Yeah.
It is.
I like that.
And if you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev right here on Kcaa 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. And we have the one and only Jessie J from Jessie J Collections on the phone with us. And we have Violet, the one and only from Farmers Insurance, and she's in-house. And we have the one and only Brandon, and he's in-house. And, of course, I'm in-house, and we're talking about last-minute shopping and a whole mess of good stuff. And so tune in, and hopefully we're making your day a little happy, giving you a little piece of advice. Take it or leave it.
So what about you, Violet?
I like to, be honest with people when they ask me things. Like you said, if they're asking for advice and stuff like that, you want to make sure you give them the best piece of advice to your knowledge, but also not deter them from doing something that they're hoping and dreaming to do. But also allow them to see that if they do it, the good, the bad, and the ugly amongst it. Mm-hmm. And then right now we are volunteering a lot with a lot of different charities and a lot of different events, donating food and clothing and blankets. We just had a drive for Smiles for Seniors. Mm-hmm. We had another one for Youth Hope for their shoes, because there's a lot of homeless teens in the area that can't even afford shoes. So we did a drive for them. We also had another one for our suits for soldiers that we just finished up and turned in the suits recently. It's for any soldiers that are returning from either military, Marines, or anything like that. Sometimes they come back and they're a little bit of a different size than they were from when they left, and they don't have clothing to go and apply for a job. So we want to make sure they look good while they go. So we get the suits tailored, or we get them basically cleaned up and ready to go for them to use.
And that is so cool. And I loved when we did the last event, or second or fourth, whatever. I lose count on all these events that we do, but with the East Valley Realtors, and we did that one.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that we helped from that event. When I got those numbers, I got my car and I cried like a baby.
I know.
I'm
It
going,
was really good.
these many people are going to be eating.
Yeah. Over 1,300 families were fed because of that event.
Yeah, and we did better this year than we did last year. Now, next year, we got to triple what we did this year.
Maybe double. I don't know if triple. We aim for triple, but hope at least we double.
Yes. You know, and it's so much fun when people get involved with other people. And, you know, with the different events and just donating things. And like I said, don't think that you're going to get you will get a thank you, you know, verbally. But don't look for all this glory and this and that, because, you know, one of these days, unfortunately, you may be in the same spot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I love working with Santa Claus Inc. You see them little kids and, you know, them toys that come in and they get so happy and, you know, yeah, it just makes you feel good.
It does.
Yeah, you know? And, you know, so I'm glad all of us are on the same wavelength, you know, on what we're doing.
Giving and making sure that the people around you have what they need, not necessarily what they want, but what they need and what they should have, is probably one of the best things in the season right now.
Yes, it really is. And, Jess, now, down in your neck of the... Is it down or up? What is the correct saying for this? Would it be...
The correct,
would
the
be
correct
down?
thing for what?
Yeah, and
Up in
LA
your
would
neck
be
of the
down,
woods.
right?
Yeah, I'm going to say down because it's lower in elevation.
Okay, because I always got them two mixed up, either up or down, you know, what it was supposed to be. But down in, thank you, Brandon, but down in your neck of the woods, with all the events and everything else that you all do, how do you get that tingly, happy feeling when you do them?
Yeah, of course, especially like with like my connections and my job and stuff. I influence, you know, to give back and help others. So we do a lot of charity events, you know, with clothing, obviously, clothing, shoes, and, you know, hands-on. I do a lot of hands-on stuff as well, because I just feel like, you know, I'll donate funds sometimes, but most, if you don't do your research properly, a lot of those charities don't give the full to the real charity. You know, it's like picked 5 times before it's really given to the right people. So what we do is we do more hands-on stuff. So like when the event, you know, we actually give it to the people in need and stuff. So it's been really cool, and I take part in a lot of that, and, you know, try to get the clothing, the shoes, bags, whatever it might be. And, you know, we do the canned foods, and, you know, we'll do like dinners, kind of diversity of stuff. But what's needed, you know, because what's wanted and needed is 2 different things, and people obviously need to eat and need to have clothes, you know. So that's the most important aspect of things. And then, of course, the extra stuff is even better, you know, sending them on, you know, just like little spiritual retreats, or, you know, more in the organic ways of helping people.
That is so good. I you know, it makes you happy. You know, who needs a big tree with 10,000 presents underneath that?
Yeah.
You know, go and make somebody happy today.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We ought to make little buttons for
Little
that.
things.
Go and make people happy today. You know, give everybody a little button.
See, that's the thing. Now, right now, it's the season to be happy, and a lot of people are not happy. They're stressed and they're having a hard time. Like, for example, I was at at a friend's office the other day, and I was waiting to be helped, and I could see that the receptionist and everybody were freaking out because there were so many people, and there were people that were grouchy and just wanted to leave. And I told her, you know what? Don't worry about me. I got my book. I booked it out for these many hours. As long as I get out of here before then, I'm good.
There you go.
And I could see the stress just relieved from her face. And then later she comes back and she goes, "Thank you. You have no idea what that did. That just lifted a big weight off my shoulders." So just being nice to people, letting people, like, when you're waiting in line, if somebody seems like they might be in a rush and you're not, let them go in front of you.
Yeah, well, you know, what's the
You
difference?
never know.
Yeah, who
Maybe
cares?
next time you're going to be in a rush and somebody else will let you go in front.
Yeah, well, that happened to me the other day when I was out doing some grocery shopping, and the lines are crazy.
Yep.
You know, and I go, why? It's one day. Don't worry about it, right? Well, anyways, this lady was behind me, and she looked a little tired.
Yeah.
She really did. Well, we all do. You know, let's face it. Right? So I got a jibber-jabbering with her. You know, we talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Sicilian people love to talk. Whoever it is, we talk, right? And she got a giggling and a laughing. Then the lady behind her, and then the guy behind her. And everybody in this line was giggling and laughing. Before you know it, everybody got through, everybody was happy, and there you go.
There you go. It makes the time go a lot faster if you smile.
Yes. And Jess, the other thing I wanted to ask you, right? Let's get back down to where we began on the shopping. Now, we were talking about some of the lovely antique shops down in our neck of the woods, and we were talking about Big Five Sporting Goods. And what is your favorite antique shop in your neck of the woods?
I would like Trading Post is pretty cool. There's a few like vintage shops in Beverly Hills which are really cool, and they're not just because it's in Beverly Hills. It doesn't mean it's like super expensive. You know, they have some really good, cool pieces and stuff. So they range, and you know, so I like going to like more mom and pop little shops when it comes to vintage, just because it's like, you know, it comes with like, it's legit. It comes with paperwork. If it's designer, you know, it's designer, and so it's cool. So there's a few out here that I like to go to.
Well, when you said mom and pop, that's how I got the idea to start this program. What is it, about 2 centuries ago? Something like that. I think we were still the Flintstones, you know, walking around. And because when people go out and shop, yeah, it's nice to go into the big stores if you need to. But remember, it's mom and pop's shops that more people are going to. One, for the service. 2, for the different items that they have more than the other guys do. And
yeah, theirs is more unique and selective and exclusive versus mass production or whatever it might be.
And if it wasn't for the mom and pop shops, where would everybody be?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's how everything started.
Yeah, and that's how this whole show got started. I got thinking about it one day, and I go, let's do this. And bada bing, bada boom. It was done, and I have so much fun with the different people that you meet along the way, and the stories, and they become part of this big family here. And I hope that everybody continues shopping the mom and pops, and that's going to be another thing that we're going to be doing when we launch the redo of the program. That's what we're calling it right now, the redo. You know, and go in there and make them happy.
Just a revamp.
A revamp. Yes. And then also, Jess, when you come up on Saturday, and if we have the time, there's one lady that I definitely want you to meet. And she's the third owner now of Generation 3 Purses and Gifts.
Nice.
And I think she's giving you a hint, Jess, just so you know.
Yes, and well, you know, if you hear and we have the time and you can pop in. If not, then you know the next time you come up. And she is one of a kind lady, and her mama started it way back when. And you want to talk about unique items and one of a kind purses and wallets and all the little doody dads. That's the place to go. Yeah, she's.
Yeah, we got to check it out. I would love to go by.
She's really cool, you know. And looking at the clock, oh boy, this hour's going fast, isn't it? Yes.
Another place that I personally like to go to, since we're talking like little outlets and stuff like that, Bethel Outlet Thrift and Store here in Redlands.
I never been in those. How did I miss them?
Nice. You need to go in there. She has really unique things. She's one of the bigger contributors to that Bird Mansion event, too. She donated quite a couple of things for it, and also does.
Oh, that's the lady.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
You remember that big M&M basket with the little candy stuff? And you were like, I want that one. That's where we got it from. She
Oh,
has
we gotta
all kinds
pop
of cool
in.
things in there.
We have to go and visit her immediately, if not sooner.
So cute.
You know? Yeah. And Brandon, now when you're out shopping, because I know you like the different items too, what's your particular shop to shop in, and why do you like to shop in that shop?
You know what? For the holidays specifically, Cost Plus World Market has a lot of really cool stuff.
Yes.
Let's see. This is sort of because they're a sponsor, but sort of not. Like I experienced them because they're a sponsor, but I'm not saying this because they're a sponsor. Donna's truffles are really good.
You know, you've been talking about these truffles forever. You know that.
They're really good.
How good are they?
They're I'm just gonna keep it at they're really good.
It's like that thing with the potato chip. I bet you can't eat just one. Is it
Yeah,
that
kinda.
good? Okay.
They're really rich though, so you can have just one at a time. I think you're obligated to eat the entire box, just not in one sitting.
Oh, okay. Unless you want a tummy ache, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know. They're really rich. I don't know if they'd give you a tummy ache or not, but
But they're really, really good.
yeah.
We definitely need to try them.
That'd be cool. And Jess, the next time you come down, not this weekend because I know the timing, you have to come in and you got to meet Brandon face to face.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think the two of you would get along extremely well.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. And then the other thing, how many of you guys like to go kayaking?
I do.
It's been 6 years, so I'd like to go again.
And would you like to have your own kayak?
I wouldn't mind it.
Okay, what about you, Jesse? Would you like to have a kayak?
Yeah, that would be pretty dope, actually.
That would be. And where would they go, Miss Violet?
Alero in Yucaipa, on Yucaipa Boulevard, you can see Mark Wenninger, and he can help you pick your kayak out for you.
Yes, and this guy is incredible. He's been on our show a couple of times, went out to events where he was. These kayaks, Holy Toledo, they are absolutely gorgeous. They get their wood, they cut it, they build it, they everything. These are handmade. They're not coming off an assembly line.
The first time you talked about those, I went on the computer and I looked them up. Man, even if you're not really interested in buying one, just look at them. They're really pretty.
Aren't they gorgeous? And I love the color woods that they have.
Oh, yeah, and the stain they use, they're gorgeous.
You
So,
kind of don't
I
want to
mean,
put them in the water, but you know they're for that use.
Yes.
Even if you're not really interested in in buying them, just look at them. They're really cool looking.
They are. And every time I look at them, I'm thinking, when I moved from back east out here, and I left my sailboat behind,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I wonder if these guys could build a sailboat.
Give Mark a call. You never
yeah,
know.
with that kind of wood. Could you imagine? Holy moly. Everybody'd be so jealous looking at that.
I know. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I'll go, nah, 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 nah. Yeah, and what's the phone number again?
Their number is 909-346-1970.
Yes, that was a very good year.
It was.
It was a very good year, yes. And then the other couple of places, because I'm looking at the clock, if you want unique vintage items, go to the Bag Lady. And she's over there on Citrus, right here in lovely downtown Redlands. Her clothes are they're a knockout. And she has all the accessories and so on and so on. The other one is Classy Consignments up there in Beaumont. Cheryl owns that. I've known Cheryl now almost 14 years. That's how long we've known each other. And we started out pretty much at the same time, on the things. And she's unbelievable. Both of them ladies, if you want that one-of-a-kind, unique item, right? Go to either one of them, and I think you're going to be very happy. And you should see their hats. Oh, I'm going to tell you, I can't wait till spring starts coming, and I can buy some more hats. And they're really cool. And Brandon, how many minutes now?
We have just a little over 5. I'd say 5.5.
Okay, now I'm going to put you three peoples on the spot one more time.
Let's do it.
Okay? All right, Jesse, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. It's a 3-part question. Your favorite color, your favorite outfit to wear, and why?
Black. All black Chanel. And because it's comfortable and it suits my style.
There you go. Violet.
I like red.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very bright color. My favorite outfit, I have a really pretty red dress.
I know that red dress. That is gorgeous.
And the only bad part is I've lost weight, so now it doesn't fit me anymore, so I'm going to have to give it away and get a new one.
No, you don't. We'll take it to the tailors.
There we go.
We'll take it down to Tony's, right? And have Tony do his magic to you.
And I love it just because it used to fit perfectly, and it made me feel very comfortable. It was very smooth and comfy.
And I love that material.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice material.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
And Brandon, what is yours?
My favorite color, this isn't to wear, this is just generally my favorite color, because I don't think that it looks good on me. But,
Okay.
my favorite color is aquamarine.
Ooh.
My favorite color to wear on me is probably gray or black.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's gray, it's like a lighter gray.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite outfit is some dark blue Old Navy jeans.
Oh, yeah.
The slim ones, not the skinny ones, the slim ones. And then shirts, I'm not super picky on. I just want it to be a solid color that looks good on me. And then my favorite sweater is the one I'm wearing right now.
I love that sweater.
I do too.
That's a cool sweater.
And the sweater I'm wearing right now is an athletic gray sweater from Old Navy.
Mm-hmm. That's another good shop.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Old Navy.
Then we must find him an Old Navy suit.
Woohoo!
Just because. Well, my favorite color is purple. It always has been. It just, I like that.
That's why you like me so much.
Yeah, I like the color. You know, they have so many different shades of purple. Just makes me happy.
You look good
right?
in purple too.
Thank you. And my favorite thing is why? Just because. Just because. Yeah. And my favorite outfit, but when I'm my most comfortable, and Violet knows what I'm going to say, and she's going to crack up, because I usually don't wear them this much. I got a pair of jeans that are so raggedy, but they're so comfortable. Nobody loves them except me. That and my grayish, blackish T-shirt. You know the one I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite thing that I love to wear. Okay, one more big question, starting with Brandon. Brandon, what is your favorite shop to shop in?
Oh man, I was not prepared.
Don't you love it? I do this.
Target when it's not busy.
Okay, Violet.
Ross, Dress for Less.
And Jesse, what's your favorite place to shop?
I would say because it has diversity for all my clients, like Saks or Barney's.
Yeah, hey, how is Barney? I haven't seen him in a long time.
It's a department store.
I know. I love where he hesitated, like, Barney who? And I can hear his brain clicking like that. Oh, that is too much fun. Well, whatever you all do for Christmas, I hope you and your family have a very happy and healthy and good eating day. And I want to thank everybody so far for tuning in to this show all these years, and with all the giggles and laughs that we had. And then next week, I have no idea what we're going to be doing yet, but you'll find out soon enough. And Jesse, thank you so much spending this time with us. Violet, thank you.
Jesse.
Brandon, thank you.
Wait a minute, you didn't
Yes.
think you'd get away with it, did you?
What?
What's your favorite shop?
What's my
Right?
my favorite show? Oh, I forgot about that. I'm thinking
She did
very
think she was going
quickly.
to get away with it.
I got to say Burlington.
All right.
I got to say Burlington. And and then one more, Trader Joe's.
Oh man, I love Trader Joe's.
I bought that. Half of my food comes from Trader Joe's. I love that store.
And they got really good prices in there too.
Yes,
A lot of
they
good
do.
stuff.
And so, anyways, guys, we're gonna go out with our favorite song for the holiday, and it's not Dr. Bombay. Brandon, you know which one it is, and it's going to be on at 8 o'clock tonight. The Charlie Brown Special. Yay! Okay, thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you next week. Same time, same station. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now